I'm here with Dr. Marc Wittman, and he's speaking at the SSE-PA conference for 2021. Marc, what is your topic for this conference?
My name is Marc Wittman, and I'm excited to present at the SSE-PA Connections. My lecture topic is precognition, meaning events in the future might have an influence on my behavior and experience now. And this is some sort of done with a computerized task, because we have to control everything that we present, words which appear in the future, and these have an influence backwards in time, maybe, that's the hypothesis, onto my reaction times to certain photos I'm presented with.
I have a follow-up question then. So many of us, we live in this reality where we think there's this linear time. So can you describe a little bit of what you mean by something that's going to happen in the future that's going to affect me now?
Yeah, I mean, that's of course the sequence of events that are happening. Yeah? So I have first a photo, and I have to react to this photo. Oh, this is negative or positive. And then after my reaction time, there will be a word. And what can be, or has been shown, is that this following word after my reaction time has an influence on my reaction time, if I press positive or negative. And this is, of course, in principle, one would say in mainstream physics, mainstream psychology, impossible. So it's an impossible effect. And that's what we're looking at, because we have these positive findings and we're curious about this. And it might be that our linear conception of time is wrong, that actually present, past, and future are somehow differently ordered, and the future is now.
You know, it's interesting. I had just read a book by Dr. Andrew Newberg. He's a neuroscientist. His book was New Enlightenment Changes Your Brain. And in there, he talks about this kind of experiment. And so tell me if am I understanding this correctly? It's like that there's other things that the brain is receiving that we may not be conscious of. So it looks like it's in the future, but there's things that the brain is picking up that we may not be conscious of in different centers of the brain. Is that kind of what you're seeing in your research, or is that the working hypothesis?
So you already referring now to an interpretation, yeah? That's the big thing, yeah? Because of course, first of all, we have the effect. That's an experimental effect. It's not only necessarily an experimental effect. Actually, it's something that people experience all the time when they, let's say, have a precognitive dream, which turns out to be correct the next day. But the big question is now, what is happening? Why is this? How is this possible? And one interpretation would be that subconsciously we can detect future events which we are not conscious of. But this is these are exciting hypotheses which we'll study and try to study also with using EEG, brain recording devices, and or experimentally with computer tasks. But that nobody knows, one can say for sure, how this mechanism might work if it actually is there.
Well, I thank you very much for doing this kind of research, because this allows the evolution of science. If we didn't have people like you thinking outside the box, we would still be living as if the earth was flat and the sun was revolving around or the earth was revolving around the sun. So I'm glad that you're not dismissing these ideas and you're actually using the scientific method to explore this and to try and understand this. So thank you for doing this work. And again, we're looking forward to your presentation at the conference that they're hosting online for 2021. Thank you again.
Okay, thank you.